Welcome, sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy. My husband's Paul. We're so happy you have joined us today. In today's video, we're going to be speaking about 10 creative ways to save money. And these 10 ideas, hints, tips are not only about saving money, but they're also about getting back to basics, a simpler, slower way of living. In our society today, we are constantly bombarded by social media, electronic, news feeds, everything we can think of coming at us 24/7. And our brains were really never wired to be able to process all that information. So it leaves a lot of us feeling kind of burnt out, stressed, and a little anxious. So today, let's save some money, but let's also take on a more gentle way to live life. I encourage you to get something to write on or take some notes. You may want to just jot down some of these 10 ideas. Let's get right to it. The first idea I want to share with you is also a little exercise. At the end of this video, I want you to take 15 minutes and just do this simple exercise. It will help you throughout the week and the next week and on and on. What I want you to do is go to your refrigerator, go to your freezer, go to your pantry, your cabinets, and I want you to come up with no stress meal ideas. I want you to set your timer literally for 15 minutes. I don't even think it'll take that long. And I just want you to come up with some meal ideas that you can make quick and easy and delicious for days when you forget to take something out to defrost, or you haven't gone shopping and you just have what's in your pantry maybe, or some veggies in your fridge. It took me literally 5 minutes to do this. I have tuna that I can have with either bread or crackers. The same thing with egg salad. Egg salad with crackers or bread. I also have a bag of frozen tortellini that I can make with cheese and butter. Pasta, and I have frozen tomato sauce. I also have my frozen pizza that you know I always encourage you to keep one item like that in your freezer for days like this. I also can make a quick charcuterie with some cheese and olives and fruit, pickles, things like that. I also can make a large salad and put maybe some hard cooked eggs in it, raisins, cheese, things like that. So I know that I have food always in the home that I can prep with minimal effort. And I encourage you to make this list up and do it yourself. It will save you a lot of money. Number 2 is if you need any kind of winter or fall apparel, whether it be boots or shoes, scarves, hats, mittens, sweaters, jackets, check your local thrift stores. We had to drop some items off the other day at a local thrift store of ours. And I have been looking for a pair of little booties for winter. You know, the short ones that go to your ankle. And they have been so expensive. I've looked online, but when we went to the thrift store, they were loaded. No one is thinking about winter attire right now. They're not. That is our advantage. Now is the time to get into those thrift stores and buy those cold weather items. You will save so much money, and the selection right now is full. You don't want to wait till the cold weather hits, because guess what? Then everybody is thinking that. But we're still in August. It's still warm out. Buy what you need now. Let me show you what I got. Here are my little booties. How adorable are they? They have a zipper on each side, which I love. Look at the tread on the bottom. They're like brand new. They look like they're not even worn. And I love the little leopard print. I usually don't wear things like this, but I think in the winter, they're going to be so cute. $4 for the pair. Now, I guarantee you that if I would have gone back, soon as the weather got cool, these would not have been there. I know that. and somebody obviously bought them, didn't like them, donated them. They fit perfectly. Tell me they're not adorable. So I can't wait for the cooler weather to start wearing them. Number 3, the next time you go food shopping, look at the larger cuts of meat. This is the way to save money and save yourself time and effort. What I advise you to do is get a whole chicken, cook it, and then eat several days from it. Make a large meatloaf and eat it for several days. A pork loin, anything that will stretch several meals. And while that is cooking, whether you're roasting it or you're putting it in the crock pot or your instant pot, also make some side dishes with it. Cook up a large batch of rice, cook up a large batch of noodles, and add some olive oil to it so it doesn't stick together. And you can eat that for several days. The larger cuts and packages of meat, even if it's pieces of meat, like pork chops or chicken legs, the larger packages are always going to be cheaper. And if you can't cook them all at once, definitely portion them and freeze. But as much as you can cook and eat for several days, now I am not telling you to cook meat on a Monday and eat it the following week. That's a long time to keep cooked meat in the refrigerator. And then anything left over, freeze it. But you will save an abundance of money that way. Number 4, before you make your next purchase, I want to ask you to stop and ask yourself one question. Why am I buying this? Why am I buying it? What is the purpose of me purchasing this item? I am talking about non-essential purchases. These are things that we really don't need. So why are you buying it? So let's just say you went through if it's a want and a need, and you know it's a want, it's not a need. Now let's figure out why. I want you to stop and think. Are you buying it to impress someone? Are you trying to get something that has a name brand just to impress others? Are you buying because of FOMO, fear of missing out? Is it something that everybody else has? Well, you want it too. Or could it be, I saw someone with this item and I need it now. They have it, I want it. Evaluate why you are making your purchases. And if you still continue on with, yes, I really want this non-essential purchase, where are you going to put it? Do you have the room for it? Does your closet have the space? Do you have something similar to the item you want to purchase? And how long do you think you're going to love that item once it comes into your home? These are all really relevant questions to ask yourself before you purchase something non-essential. I guarantee you, you can take that money and put it somewhere else where it will serve you better. Number 5, now is the time to stock up on all back to school supplies. Even if you don't have children in school, do you need pens, pencils, notebook, paper, anything like that? Now is the time to purchase them. They are at their lowest price that we are going to see for the rest of the year. You homeschool parents and you parents who have children in school, then you know this is the time to stock up. But for the rest of us, maybe this is the time we need to stock up on stationery items as well, because the prices are low and the supply is abundant. Number 6, another creative way to save money and eat at home is to create a unique dish that you don't often make. It could be something from another part of the country or another country altogether. Or maybe it's something you just make several times a year. Well, do it now. Make something your family loves that you don't eat very often. Tomatoes are in abundance right now in the supermarket and in gardens. And this is a unique dish. It's so simple, minimal ingredients. I think there's like 4 ingredients, maybe 5, 1 bowl, but it is so delicious and it's so versatile. And that is bruschetta. So let's turn this camera around, get into the kitchen, and make a delicious dish together. So we have some fresh tomatoes from outside. These are grape tomatoes and the super sweet 100s. I want to make some bruschetta. We've been eating them on salads and just enjoying them, but I have not made bruschetta yet this year. We have some here that's exactly what we're going to do with. So what I'm going to start with is just taking these tomatoes and chopping them. Paul's just taking a spoon, and we're gently just taking the seeds out. I don't like seeds in our bruschetta, but if that doesn't bother you, you don't have to do this. They are a little better without it. That's it. We just have to do this real quick. It only takes a minute. The tomatoes are all chopped. You can use any type of tomato for this, but you do want them nice and ripe. You want that sweet, sweet tomato flavor. Then I picked several leaves of basil from our garden. I'm gonna roll that and cut that into strips. Oh, and I also need some garlic. So I'm going to grab a nice clove of garlic.
Now I'm just going to chop these roughly.
So we have the tomatoes in, we have the basil in. We are putting in just 2 small cloves of garlic, fresh. Just mincing that right in. Now, raw garlic has a little bit of a strong taste, so do it accordingly. If you're not crazy about that, then just do a little less. Then we're going to use some really good extra virgin olive oil. And you're going to do about a tablespoon or 2. Take a little bit of some pink Himalayan sea salt. And now we're just going to mix this all together. How easy was that? I know it doesn't look like much, but wow, what flavor. And I'm going to show you how we're going to serve it. I'm also going to add a little tiny bit of balsamic vinegar. My family came from Italy over the winter for Christmas, and they brought us this amazing, it's almost like a glaze, a balsamic glaze. It's so thick, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of that in. Look at this. Oh yeah, perfect. Mix that as well. Now I'm just gonna take this, I'm gonna cover it, and we are going to put it in the refrigerator at least several hours. You want those flavors to come together, and you want that garlic to just mellow a little bit. We have some little crisp pieces of bread that we toasted, and now I'm just taking a little piece of mozzarella and putting it on each one. And we're going to have 2 without it because I didn't cut enough. So, and then we're just going to take a little of that bruschetta and put it right on top. You smell the basil and the olive oil and the garlic. This is how simple this is, and it makes a wonderful appetizer or a very light lunch. A viewer told me, and I have tried this and it's absolutely delicious, is you can put cream cheese on the bread instead of the mozzarella, and that is really good as well. So we're just going to finish this up, and we are going to have this in just a few minutes. I just want to emphasize with that bruschetta how many different ways you can eat it. We had it on hamburgers the other night. It was delicious. We also took some hummus on crackers and put it on that. You can put it in eggs. So good. I mean, it's just a very versatile dish. The flavors are fresh. This is the time of year to make it. And it's really something that we don't make often. So we hope you enjoyed that. Number 7, something we all need to get back to. How are you eating your meals? Are you standing over the sink and eating? Are you sitting in front of the TV with a dish plopped on your lap trying to cut something? Bring it back to the table. Get back to eating at the table. Even if you are a single person. If you want music on in the background or something gentle playing while you eat, Paul and I eat with like soft jazz on all the time. But I guess what I'm trying to say is bring mealtime back to the table, especially if you are a family. This may be the only time of the day you gather together, and it is so important to reconnect. Put the devices away. When our son comes and he brings his friends, they know no cell phones on the table, and I really don't want to see you looking at them while we're eating. No need. Make mealtime a celebration. And whether you serve from the stove like we do, we bring our plates to the stove and I put everything on the plate and then we bring it back to the table and sit. But what I'm going to tell you to do, and I am so bad at this, put everything you're going to need on the table for the meal. If you're going to need butter for bread, if you're going to need condiments, if you're going to need seasonings, salad dressings, get them on the table before you begin the meal. There's a funny joke in this house that I haven't had a hot meal in 20 years because after we sit down, I'm always like, oh, I forgot this, or, oh, we need ketchup, or where's the mustard, or there's no butter on the table for the bread. Make sure everything's on the table and then relax and enjoy your meal. Take your time. Be together, listen to each other, talk. And again, even if you're alone, you are special enough and worthy enough to sit at a table with a placemat and eat your meal. I can't encourage that enough. Number 8, another really creative way to slow down but still have a wonderful time and save money is to create a going out night at home. We do this so often. Figure out what you enjoy doing. Do you love to go to Starbucks and get a coffee and a pastry and sit? Do it at home. Make a pot of flavored coffee, whip up a sweet treat, and just have that coffee house atmosphere at home. Put some soft music on in the background, maybe light a candle, and chat. Those of you with small children or grandchildren, nieces, nephews, create a Disney movie night at home. Pick a favorite movie. We used to do this with our son all the time. Let's say you're picking Lady and the Tramp. What you would do is recreate the meal that Lady and the Tramp is eating, which is the spaghetti and meatballs. So much fun. Maybe make cookies in little dog bone shapes. It's just a wonderful way to have an out night right here at home. Summer is ending soon, which I'm so sad about. Let's not even go there. But how about an ice cream Sunday night? Get some ice cream, some toppings, instead of going out for ice cream to those very expensive ice cream places. A half a gallon of ice cream will feed many, many people. A jar of toppings, some sprinkles, whipped cream, and you got a party. Instead of going out, think of what you love to do while you're out and just recreate it at home, slower, simpler, and much cheaper. Number 9, please be aware as we are entering into the holiday season of spending gimmicks. They are going to be everywhere and they're starting already. If you look on your social media, there are people pushing holiday items already, saying there are only a few left. Act now. Limited time only. Grab it while you can. This is the lowest price you're going to see it for the season. Well, guess what? We're in summer. We still have fall and winter. So yeah, maybe the lowest price for the season, but summer's almost over. So that means nothing to us. Watch for those ploys. Time is running out. You don't want to be the only one without one. Ignore them, ignore them, ignore them. And if you are getting constant emails in or texts from your favorite stores and you're noticing that you're spending more than you should, delete those texts, unsubscribe from those emails, and block any of those advertisements that come in. The temptation will be much less, and we don't have to have more added pressure in our lives to spend money. Number 10, I want to give a shout out to our butcher at our local supermarket. I want to encourage you to become friendly with the butcher at your local supermarket. And why do you want to do this? Because these men and women are your lifeline to when meat gets discounted. They will trim and prepare your meat for you, no cost, and they usually do it with a smile. They will tell you how to cook certain cuts of meat. He has given us techniques to make tougher meat cook better. I can't tell you the amount of information and money you can save by being friendly with your butcher. These people know their stuff. They are willing to help you. I have special ordered meat. When I needed pork neck bones for my Nona sauce, the butcher went above and beyond and got them for me. Why? Because I'm friendly to him. I'm courteous to him. We've struck up a conversation. It is just so helpful. And back in the day, guess what? Everyone knew who their butcher was. They called their butcher by their first name because you were on that kind of basis. People didn't rush in and grab stuff and rushed out. They got to know who was serving them. And you can still do that today by being kind, polite, asking questions, and I guarantee they will be more than happy to help. So we hope you enjoyed these 10 creative, slow living ways to save money and just enjoy life a bit more. Today's question of the day, we're going to go all the way back to tip number 1. What are several meals you can make right now with things that you have in your home that you didn't have to defrost, you didn't have to prep ahead, and you can whip them up quickly? They're delicious. List them down below because it won't only encourage us, but our viewers as well. And this is how we learn, swapping ideas back and forth. I can't tell you how many tips and hints we have all learned from you by the comments that you share below. So thank you so much. So give us some of your great, easy, no prep, I forgot to defrost meat meal ideas. We thank you so much for spending this time with us. We ask that you take a minute, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Come on in and be part of our frugal family. We ask you to be well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, may God greatly bless you.
Know you've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin.